In this video, we're going to talk all about YouTube for real estate agents in 2022. Hey everybody, Katie Lance here, founder and CEO of Katie Lance Consulting, the Get Social Smart Academy, and author of the book Get Social Smart. It's episode 292 of the Get Social Smart show, and today we're talking all about YouTube for real estate agents. So why YouTube? YouTube is the #2 search engine in the world. It's owned by Google, and YouTube is one of the best ways to get in front of a newer audience. I often find with social media, oftentimes we're speaking to the same people over and over again. Oftentimes it's a little bit of an echo chamber. But if you are thinking about fresh ways to get in front of a new audience without spending a whole lot of money, YouTube is a great opportunity. So in this video, I'm going to share 5 tips, 5 basics that I think are really important, 5 foundations for either starting your YouTube channel or taking your YouTube channel to the next level. Let's go. Number 1, set up your YouTube channel. Okay, if you don't have a YouTube channel set up, it's absolutely free. I'm often asked, is there a charge? No. YouTube is associated with Google. So if you have a Google account, you can set up your YouTube channel for free. And if you don't have a Google account, just go to Google, set it up absolutely for free. Now, if you already have a YouTube channel, that's awesome. You want to dust that off if you haven't given it some attention in some time. And there's a couple of things that you want to do when you're setting up your channel. So you can have a profile photo on your channel, just like any other social media channel. You can have a cover photo across the top, just like Facebook has a cover photo. I love to use Canva. Canva is a great resource. You can find some great YouTube banners there, and you can adjust whatever you're doing on Facebook or LinkedIn and adjust that for YouTube. There's also an About section on YouTube. So you can have your contact information, what market area you serve, and that's important so people can get a hold of you. There's also a Community tab, so which is really kind of cool. In your Community tab, you can post things to your community. As your community grows, as people start to subscribe to your channel, you can post community updates about things that are happening that you want to talk about in your local market area or in your local community. Also, playlists. So as you start to create content and publish it on YouTube, I highly recommend you start to look at playlists. And this is a great way to really maximize YouTube. You know, you could have a playlist for buyers, sellers, investors, first-time home buyers, maybe playlists on relocating to your market area. Think about all the different types of content you might be creating or content you already have on YouTube, and when you organize them into playlists, what happens is people will automatically start to see more and more of your content. You can actually promote those playlists outside of YouTube. You know, if you're working with a first-time home buyer, you could say, hey, I have a playlist on my YouTube channel all about first-time home buyers. Here's a link to that, right? And so as you're building this content library, you're really letting your content help you over the course of time. It's one of the best ways to scale your business. One of the things I love about YouTube is this content lasts a very long time online, right? And so as you are, you know, getting better and getting more comfortable on video, getting more comfortable on camera, putting out more and more content, especially with YouTube, just over the course of time, it makes a really big difference. In fact, one of the things I talked about in my last video, and we will link that below, I did a whole video on YouTube do's and don'ts, was being patient. And that's a huge thing when it comes to YouTube. It takes time, it takes effort, it's a marathon, not a sprint. But again, once you set up your channel, you get a few of these building blocks in place, there's a lot of really cool things you can do to really maximize YouTube. Tip number 2, start posting consistently. So consistency matters, just like any social media platform, just like any endeavor, right? The biggest mistake a lot of real estate agents make with YouTube is they will just post when they have a listing video or when they have an open house. And so what ends up happening is it's really sporadic. It's one video here, nothing for a couple weeks. 3 videos on a Saturday, nothing for a couple days. So what I encourage you to do is not just post listing videos and open house videos, which you might already be doing, or maybe you're working with a videographer who's automating that for you. What really tends to work the best on YouTube, especially if you're thinking about YouTube for lead generation as a real estate agent, is putting out video content that's informative or educational, right? Content around who pays for what, tips for buyers, tips for sellers, tips for relocating, the biggest mistakes people make when moving, how to find a lender, how to find a contractor. That type of evergreen, timeless content, if you can start to get into a rhythm in creating and publishing on a consistent basis, it makes a huge difference. I remember when we first started our YouTube channel way back in the day, and I wanted to do more video, and my assistant at the time said, "That's awesome, you should create a show." And I was like, a show? And so that was the birth of the Get Social Smart show, the show you're watching right now. And what we found is that by not just publishing videos for the sake of videos, but actually calling it a show and putting episode numbers on our show, it actually did a few things. First of all, it made me show up. It made me be really consistent. There's something really powerful that happens when you go on social media, when you post on Facebook or Instagram and you say, hey, every Wednesday, I'm gonna have a new video coming out. I have a new show. All of a sudden, that is the best accountability right there. So there's no perfect day. Pick a day that's best for you. And maybe when you first start, you're posting to YouTube once a month. I would encourage you though, if you can do once a month, you could probably do twice a month. And if you could do twice a month, I bet you could do once a week. And the way you do that, by the way, is by batching your content. Now, I also did a video about that pretty recently. We will link to that video below. I have to tell you from experience, one of the reasons why I've been able to be consistent with our YouTube, the reason why we've published 200 plus episodes is because I've been able to batch create video content specifically for YouTube. So consistency, that's the name of the game. Tip number 3, have a balance of content. So as I mentioned a second ago, we want to make sure we're not just posting listings or just listed, just sold. That content is great. That's promotional content, right? So that's content promoting listings, promoting your business. You might have some videos where you're promoting your clients. Maybe you've got some great testimonial videos. That's great. But you also want to have a balance of content and also sprinkle in educational and informative content. In fact, I would really say that really the most powerful content you could post on your YouTube channel is content that's around your market. What does it feel like to live in your area? What are the hidden gems of your area? What are some of the historical sites? What are the biggest questions people have about your community versus the community over? And what ends up happening, I find, is that oftentimes with real estate, we try to be all things to all people, right? We say, yeah, I could serve everybody in the state of California I could serve, right? And the reality is that the more you really lean into your niche, your market, who do you love to work with? Those people that call you and you can't wait to talk to them versus the people that call you and you think, I don't want to answer the phone. When you really start to think about who you want to work with, who do you love to work with, what market area do you love, and then you start to create content based on that, and also content based on who you want to attract. If you want to work with investors, if you want to work with second-time home buyers, if you want to work more in commercial real estate or different avenues, luxury real estate, as you start to think about who you want to work with and you put yourself out there, I'm telling you, it is amazing what happens, right? It really, really is. So have a variety of content. Again, not just promotional content, but educational and informative content. Tip number 4 for YouTube for real estate agents, have a detailed title and description. So you can have the best video in the world. It can be beautifully edited and you might have some great music and things like that. But the biggest mistake I see agents and brokers make with YouTube is they forget how important the title and description is. It's kind of like the cover to a book. And I would actually take that a step further and say not just the title and description, but also title, description, and thumbnail is really important. That thumbnail is that freeze frame you see on YouTube and other places as well. It's those little finishing touches that really do make a big difference. Now, we create a lot of our thumbnails in Canva, which is awesome. If you've been on our channel for any period of time, we have lots of Canva training on our channel. We might link to a couple of those Canva videos below as well. But you can use Canva to create a great thumbnail. Also, when you're uploading to YouTube, you can actually select a frame from your video. If you want to select a frame, that's the thumbnail, so that's important. But then with your title, be really specific with your title, right? Don't just say market update, but let us know what city, what area, be specific. Your description should have a full description, a paragraph or two, thinking about the who, what, where, why, and how. What's your video all about? Sprinkle in a few keywords for that video. You also want to have your contact information, and you can also link to additional videos. So if you've got a video for first-time home buyers and you already have some other videos about buying a home for the first time, link those in the description. YouTube loves when people stay on YouTube, right? And so by getting people to read that description, and again, in your video, you might even say, hey, read the description below. We have some additional videos there as well. So title, description, thumbnail, those make a big difference. tip number 5, don't give up. This is such a small thing that makes a big difference when it comes to YouTube. Don't give up. I find that a lot of folks will get really excited, they'll get really fired up, they'll watch a video like this, or they'll come to a conference, they start publishing videos, and then they get busy, right? So have a plan. I often say put it on your schedule when you're going to batch create content, when you're going to edit, when you're going to publish. Get your plan together. Now is such a great time to get that plan together, and don't give up. I can just tell you from experience that the leads you get from YouTube are so much better. And if you haven't experienced this yet, what happens over the course of time is at some point someone will come to you and say, oh my gosh, I see you everywhere. I feel like I know you. I feel like you're in my head. And those kind of people, when they're ready to work with you, they're ready to work with you. They're not shopping around, calling 12 different realtors. No, they know you. They have binge watched your last 12 videos. They have subscribed to your channel. They are your biggest fan. And oftentimes, you don't even know who they are, right? They've been Googling and researching and watching your videos. And that is the difference between attracting business versus chasing leads. It is awesome. All right, my friends, I would love to hear from you. Are you active on YouTube? Yes or no? Let me know in the comments below. And if you have a YouTube channel, I would love to check it out. So drop a link to your YouTube channel in the comments below. Now, if you'd like more training on YouTube, good news, we have an awesome free workbook I would absolutely love for you to download. Go to katielance.com/YouTube workbook, katielance.com/YouTube workbook, put your name and email in, and we're gonna send you an awesome PDF chock full with so many more tips, tools, strategies, and examples to help you take your YouTube to the next level. And last but not least, I wouldn't be doing my job if I didn't ask, hit that subscribe button and the bell button if you enjoyed this video. We have new videos that come out each and every week. As I stated, we would absolutely love for you to be the first to know. So check that out, click the like button as well, and we'll see you soon, and I'll see you on YouTube.